In the previous video, we inserted a new wire coming off of our delay switch here, which is now wire number 204, and we've crossed this wire here, and we've got our wire gap loop here. Now, when you insert those loops, there is data associated with the wire segments and the loop itself. It's called X data. And what happens is AutoCAD checks that X data to make sure that this X data here on this side links to this X data here on this side via the gap loop. Now, how do you check that? Well, what you can do is you can go to the schematic tab on the ribbon, go to edit wires, wire numbers here, but click on the flyout and click on this little pin here, and that will pin open the flyout for you. You have another little flyout menu here, and you want to check or repair your gap pointers. Now, it will prompt you to select one wire segment. I'm going to select this wire segment here. Notice it highlights in yellow. I'm then going to select this wire segment here. Now, you'll notice they've gone green. The reason they've gone green is that the X data is fine. It's all working and it's doing what it should. So basically, that loop has got the right X data either side of it for that 204 wire. Let me just hit escape there to cancel that. And if I zoom out, that highlight disappears, zoom back in again. What happens if I change this wire here? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it like so. I'm going to go to the Home tab on the ribbon, go to the Layer pull down, and I'm going to put that onto a different layer, layer 0. And then I'm going to hit escape just a couple of times to deselect it. Let's go back now to the schematic tab on the ribbon. I go back here to edit wires, wire numbers, and select on the flyout, check repair gap pointers. So I select one wire segment, and then I select this wire segment, and again they go green. I've only changed the layer, but the X data is still correct either side. All I've done is change the layer that wire is on. I haven't actually affected the X data. So it's actually quite intelligent how it works in the background in the AutoCAD Electrical Project Database. I'll just hit escape there a couple of times and zoom out, and you can see there that highlighting disappears. If there was something wrong with that X data, you would get a prompt down on the command line telling you what's been changed and updated, and more importantly, it would tell you what X data is incorrect so that you can rectify it. In this case, it's all working fine. Even though I've changed the layer of that wire there, it's still a line, it's just on layer 0 now, instead of the appropriate wire layer. So this wire layer here is red 14AWG, so I'll select that there again, go back to the Home tab, look for red 14AWG, which is there, put that on the appropriate layer, and hit escape to deselect. So that's all back to normal. But if you have any problems there, that checking tool allows you to check the X data either side of your wire gap pointer, in this case, my wire gap loop.